Namo Amituofo Buddha. Hello everyone. Today I'd like to share with you how the practice of Nianfo by repeating the name of Amitabha Buddha repeatedly can actually help us benefit in our everyday life. So this Nianfo practice was a meditation taught by the Buddha, and the Buddha taught many different types of meditation. It's said there are about 84,000 different types. In fact, there are infinite ways to meditate. But this one I have really found to be very effective and easy. And the Buddha recommends during Dharma decline age, that is after 2,000 years of Buddha's nirvana, he recommended us to practice Nianfo. By practicing Nianfo, we can actually seek rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, to exit the cycle of reincarnation without first obtaining enlightenment. This may be a bit complicated for some people to understand, so today I'm just going to share with you how this Nianfo practice can actually benefit for all of us in our everyday life. So first, we must realize that our suffering, our emotions, our negative thoughts, our all this complaining, they stem from our thoughts. Our suffering actually stems from our attachment to particular thoughts, particular mode of thinking. Sometimes we may complain about other people or other situations that cause sufferings on us. However, if we don't think like that, it's like if we don't accept that, then they will not affect us. It's only because we are willing to allow them to sort of affect us. It's because we think like such. We are attached to this mode of thinking, and hence we suffered. So the source of suffering actually stems from our thoughts, our attachment to negative thoughts, and also negative emotions. Emotions also stem from our thoughts. So the source is really in our thoughts. Our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts create our world. Our thoughts create how we are feeling in each moment of our everyday life. On the other hand, the source of happiness also stems from our thoughts, the quality of our thoughts. It's very logical, when we have good thoughts, then we feel happy. When we have bad thoughts, negative thoughts, then we feel unhappy. So we all want to be happy in our life. I assume we all want to sort of not suffer so much and not be bothered so much and not feel so troubled or have any afflictions in our life. And the easiest is to actually change our thoughts, change our attitude. Attitude is everything. How we think determine how we are feeling in the here and now. So how can we actually change our thoughts? It's easier said than done, and that is where this Nianfo practice can help us. Whenever you are aware that you have a negative thought, normally we have a lot of negative thoughts, not just one negative thought, and then we're trapped in this sort of vicious cycle of negative thinking. In that way, the best is to transform all these thoughts into the name of Amitabha Buddha, to repeat the name of Amitabha Buddha repeatedly, like Namo Amituofo Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha. There are different ways to chant this, but you get it. The key is to transform the thoughts into the name of Amitabha Buddha, which means infinite light and infinite life, which is the same as our own Buddha nature, our own awakened nature. So this practice, this mantra, is to help us awaken to our own Buddha nature, so that we're not trapped in those negative thoughts, those negative emotions that do nothing good to us. It's like a shower on the mind. And if you practice for even like 15 minutes or even 10 recitations, you will feel the difference. You will feel that you kind of jump out from this negative mode of thinking. You're no longer attached to what you were thinking before, what made you feel suffered before. For some people who are new to Nianfo, they may I practiced a little bit, but it didn't work so well for me. Well, the reason why it may not work was because you have not done enough. It's like building a habit to transform the mind, to reset the mind. It's like taking a medicine. You need to take the right dose in order for it to work. And this meditation is also a bit like that. It's very different for someone who only does it perhaps just 10 times a day, and then someone who does it for at least half an hour a day, and then also carry throughout the day whenever they could remember. And the beauty of this meditation is that you could really do it anywhere and no matter what you do, because all you need is to remember the name of Amitabha Buddha. You don't need anything else. You don't need a yoga mat, you don't need another cushion, you don't need a partner. Sometimes some kind of meditations require you to have a partner, but you don't need any of that. All you need is to remember the name of Amitabha Buddha and to recite it as often as possible in your life. Whenever you're aware that you are again trapped in your own negative thinking, or you're attached to something, someone, you're attached to a negative emotion, etc. Whenever you're aware that you're again trapped in this kind of negative thinking, and then just recite the name of Amitabha Buddha, Amituofo, 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 Amituofo. So I'm doing that in Chinese, and you could do it in any language you like. Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, and do it repeatedly and do it regularly, really training your mind to be in the frequency of infinite light and infinite life. It's all about switching our thoughts, transforming our thoughts in the here now in every moment of our life, for us to be happy and to be at peace all the time. So chanting the name of Amitabha Buddha is like that. It's like keeping this pure continuous thoughts on Amitabha Buddha, and that is how we can obtain peace of mind and to be happy and to be free from suffering in every moment of our life. Because meditation is not just 15 minutes on a cushion, right? It's also not half an hour on the yoga mat. We need to be able to apply meditation in every moment of our life in order to keep us stay happy and peaceful. And this kind of happiness is not like this overwhelmed kind of happiness. It's kind of like an inner peace. We want to be peaceful in every moment of our life, and we must have a technique that we can apply to this. And this is why I found the Nianfo practice throughout my sort of past 7 years on this journey, this inner journey, this search. I found this is to be really the most effective to help us to be in the present. And also for those who believe in rebirth, in exit cycle of reincarnation, who believe in what the Buddha says, by practicing Nianfo one-heartedly at the time of death, we can exit the cycle of reincarnation and to liberate from all the sufferings from samsara and obtain infinite life and enlightenment. So I am also a deep believer in that, and that is why I practice this. First is to help me obtain peace of mind in the here now, and secondly is to seek rebirth to the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss at the time of death, to be liberated from samsara and to obtain enlightenment. Because I know I'm not that intelligent, so I can't realize enlightenment in this life, but what I can do is to first seek rebirth to the Pure Land and to realize enlightenment there. But if you don't understand this part, don't worry, just practice this as a daily meditation, like a daily mantra. Then whenever you could remember, you practice this to help you transform your thoughts, to reset your mind, to be in the frequency of infinite light and infinite life. And slowly you will develop this habit of remembering to chant the name of Amitabha Buddha regularly in your life to be happy and peaceful. So I wish you obtain infinite light and infinite life in this life. Namo Amituofo Buddha.